Representing the 25 to 28 foot class in the bay boat category, the Dorado 25 has an overall length of 25 feet, a beam of 8 feet 4 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 400. Designed for fishing in a variety of waters, she has a draft of 15 inches, a dead rise of 14 degrees, a dry weight of 3,500 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 90 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts, George Labonte and Rick Riles.
Well, Rick, today we're on this Dorado 25. Man, this is just another example of how popular these hybrid boats are becoming. I mean, you're seeing them everywhere, and this is a great example of a hybrid boat. I like this boat.
It is, George. Now this one, make no mistake about it, it has its roots over in the West Coast, where there's a lot of shallow water, and she'll draft real shallow. But make no mistake about it, it is fully capable of running offshore.
This boat, I really like your inside here. I like the toe kick underneath there. There's just a little bit of height, gunnel height there. Brace your shins up against this bolster, and you feel really secure up
Well,
here.
that's everything to us old men. I mean, this is fully almost a third of the boat
Oh, yeah.
up here. So if a third of the boat makes you unsure, you're in for a bad day.
Absolutely.
But on this one, you never deal with that because they were smart enough to lower this deck. You still got the storage, but you're very secure up against these bolsters. George, what they did back here impressed me. They have a removable bin beneath this hatch. And not only does that make it really nice for loading stuff every week, if you're taking the family with you especially, but it opens up all the rest of this room. What about the stuff you don't use on an everyday basis?
Absolutely. There's really big space beneath that.
Yeah, to me, having that removable bin just tops off what is a great storage system that they've got. George, every console may be custom. This guy hit it mighty close to what I'd have done.
Yeah, you know what? These half towers are really popular now, and for good reason, Rick. I can't imagine having a boat like this and not having a tower on it of some type. You know, there's really no downside. This is a great example of customization here. They configure it any number of ways, but basically for the helm here, they put these switches here for this boat owner. Normally they're gonna put the switches inside the box. This guy wanted them on the dash, so they put them on the dash. They put a nice cover on there so you can't accidentally hit the switch when you lean up against it. I mean, this is laid out for this owner. They've set the electronics back in here. You've got a recessed box. It's flush mounted inside the box, but they set the box up in a dark color. It's black, it's gonna absorb a lot of glare, and you can lock that up entirely, seal that off from the weather and away from everybody. It's not gonna get scratched up. You're hiding it back in there. Everything here locks with the same key, hatches. Access to the inside of this, that can be configured to your taste as well. Now this boat right here has got a drink box in the front. That's a seat and an insulated box. You can also set it up as a live well, or you can eliminate that seat entirely and just use a cooler up there. Anything's possible. Rick, let's take a walk into the cockpit here. There's something here from a guide's perspective that really blows my hair back. I'm gonna show you this.
Well, hold on a minute before you go too far, George. Think about what you want here, okay? It's back to customization. This is a great helm center. It may not be the one that you want, so each individual customer is going to make the call as to what they want to do with this space right here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's super comfortable to sit on here. You can store your batteries underneath on the bottom, and then you've still got a drawer and tackle trays on top of it.
It's up to you. You can call it. George, we've looked at 1,000 transoms. What's got you so fascinated about this one?
Well, a couple of things. First, how about a 60-gallon live well? That's a live well big enough for any professional, any guide. I mean, there is tons of space in there to put all the bait you could ever need. Also, the hatch is big enough you can dump a cast net right into it from this height, throw in a net from back here, lift the net in, shake the net out right into it. I mean, it's perfect as far as I'm concerned. Another neat thing about this, Rick, you know, this is not a casting deck back here, but look at how wide the gunnels are. I mean, you've got this transom across here, you know, full transom, closed transom with the porta bracket. That's big enough to stand on. You could throw a net from standing up there. You can get up and make a cast from up there, but it's not a big casting deck. I mean, you're still back inside the boat fishing like you liked in the front, all the way around this, with the ability to jump up on there too.
Right.
Another thing this boat has got is twin power poles, you know, back to the inside kind of fishing. You put a trolling motor on the front of this boat, and these two power poles back here really opens up your possibilities in the backwater.
George, if you incorporate a pair of really nice long deck boxes, which you know I love,
Insulated fish boxes.
and easy bilge access, which is always a plus, it wraps up into a very nice feature. In fact, the Dorado 25, your biggest problem may be, where can't I fish this boat?